That was fun, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
I'm out of breath. I ain't even did nothing. Yeah, take it off. Take the jacket off.
Hot up there.
Ooh, the Spanx is getting tighter. The shoes getting tighter. I'm just tight. All right, guys, I want to welcome you guys to Coffee, Cupcakes, and Conversation. I normally do. I am the host of the Ernie Pepper Show, but we ain't doing the Ernie Pepper Show today. We're going to do Coffee, Cupcakes, and Conversations. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now, we're going to get started, but I want to introduce a phenomenal woman here. She does a lot of things. She got a lot of hat. She's a motivational speaker. She is a film, and she's into film and TV. She does print. Honey, I don't know how she had time. And she's a chaplain. Could y'all believe that? Y'all put your hands together for Basha Riddick, baby. Basha Riddick, come on up here, baby. Hi, baby.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Wow, thanks. Thanks for coming. And you know what I want to do? I'm going to step off so you can do what you do. Okay?
Thank you
All right,
so
baby.
much. Ernest Pepper! Ernie Pepper! Ernie Pepper Show! Ernie Pepper Show! Lord, this is a heck of a day, right, ladies?
Oh, yeah.
It is phenomenal. This great producer, Miss Ernie Pepper, has had a vision to bring all of us women here together for, what did we say? Coffee, cupcakes, and conversation. Yes, and it's wonderful. And again, I want to introduce myself. My name is Basha Riddick from the Basha Riddick Empowerment Show. We work here together as producers, women's empowerment, okay? I am a chaplain, but I'm also a producer, and I'm the founder of we're going on the 8th year of the I Love to Read Multicultural Book Fair. And ladies, I know you either have a book in your heart, want to write a book, or want to learn how to write a book, or you have written a book. Because I know I see some authors in the audience. Amen? Amen. Okay? Amen. And we got some stories we need to tell. Okay? So I'm here to support, and I'm excited that Ernie Pepper has put this women's conference together, because Brooklyn has to represent the power of the African American woman. We want to empower all women around the world internationally. But we know that the African American woman has been the backbone of this United States of America. Amen? Yeah. Okay? And our power will go out and we'll touch hearts. Because one thing we have plenty of is a lot of love. Okay? Because we couldn't have made it without love. Okay? We went through some horrific circumstances. We're only 151 years away from slavery. That's just 2 old women dying at 75 years old. And look how far we have come. Give it up for ourselves, for our grandmothers, for our great-grandmothers, that they had what they had to go through so that we could be here today, that we're now having our voices heard. And I was telling somebody, I said, look, We got the Oprahs. We got one Oprah. We got one Michael Jordan. We got one this, one that. Well, there's enough room for all of us, okay? Because we know in our city, there's in the naked city, there's a million stories in the naked city, okay? And Brooklyn must represent. So when this show is over, I don't want you to leave the same way you came in. When you leave here, I want you to hit up every woman that you see on this panel, especially Ernie Pepper. I want you to hit up Basha Riddick. I want you to hit up every author, Cynthia Turner, any author that you see, because there's power in numbers. Amen. 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 Don't think for 1 minute that when you click, because there's power in clicking. Okay, and power in liking and comments. We must learn to support each other. Every other race does it but us. Okay, so you are in store. I'm telling you, I'm excited because I know some of the entertainment that's here. One of my best friends, Ruby Collins, is here. She's going to sing. And there's some new women that I haven't met that I want to hear their voices, because there's two most important days in your lives, and I want you to remember that. The most important days of your life is the day you were born, and the day that you find out what your purpose is in life, what God has given you. Amen. Because see, once you find out what your purpose is, then the money will follow. But you got to live in purpose. You understand? You can't let nobody take you off your track. Now, some women here have one talent. Some have 2 talents. Some have 3 talents. Some have 5 talents. Find out what your talents are and use them. Because if you don't use them, you're going to lose them. Okay, this is a short journey. We're here and we're going. It's the Alpha and the Omega. You never know when it's going to be over. But the other thing I want to say is that we must be kind to each other. Because we're living in postpartum slavery. Okay, that dark skin, light skin thing got to go. Okay, that only thing light skin mean is that your grandmama was raped more than the other one. Okay, so you thinking you're cute. You know what I'm saying? It literally and being raw about it. You understand? So we got to love on each other. There's no ugly person in the eyes of God. None. We're made just the way He wants us to be. Okay, so once you start saying God loves me and that's enough, okay, then you can love other women. You can love other people, other children. They don't have to be your biological. Because, quite frankly, some of the biological people hurt you faster than a stranger. Because it says entertain strangers because they may be angels. I don't want to take up too more of your time because I am a chaplain. I got a lot to say. Okay, but I'm a little tired now. And I just want to sit back and listen and enjoy the Ernie Pepper Show. Okay? Am I saying it right? Because I'm bad with names, but I know I'll never forget her sign because she a Virgo, honey. And Virgos are powerful women. I could name a few, like Beyonce, okay? There's a lot of powerful women. Yana Van Zandt, okay? Yana Van Zandt. So she's in the company with those women, okay? But all women have power. You just have to tune into the God in you, the goddess in you. It's mother, father, God. It's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman and a girl. And if nobody told you they love you, I'm telling you, Basha Riddick loves you. And it's real simple. It ain't nothing deep. Because people say, how's she going to love me? She don't know me. Listen, all I know is I love me. And I want the best for me. I want the best for you. So I love you too. Amen. Enjoy the conference because it's about coffee, cupcakes, and conversation, okay? And you're going to be entertained and you're going to be empowered when you leave here today. Thank you so much, okay? God bless Ernie Peppers. It's the Ernie Peppers Show. Give it up for Ernie Peppers. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. You're so welcome.
Kevin, you're late. Kevin, you're late. That ain't my song, but that ain't my song. I didn't land. Well, anyway, Kevin, forget the song. That's my director. Just forget about it, Kevin. ladies, give it up for Miss Riddick, please. Give it up for Miss Riddick. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now we're gonna get this party started. Okay, we came here to get empowered. We came here to learn something, to get a little closer, because I got something to talk about, y'all. Okay, my motto is relationships. Okay, all right. It's either relationship at work, relationship out in the street, relationship at home, just a relationship. You know what I mean? Even a relationship with a book. Okay, we have that. I got some books that I got relationships with. Oh, not that type of books. Y'all are nasty. Not those types of books. Okay, I got spiritual books, motivational books. I have those type of books. Okay. All right, but now we're going to get it started. We're going to come to the stage with another phenomenal woman. Very empowering. When I met her, I met her in a club, okay? Sorry, but I do other things. I met her in a club. Her name is Miss Ruby Collins. Ruby is a singer. She is an inspiration. She is going to tell you her story, her journey, and the path that she went down in order to get to where she is now. Come on up here, Ruby. I tricked you.
Yeah.
Into what? What I trick you into?
This feels like first. This is first? I know.
Same first.
I know my friend, this is not first. Okay,
No, it's
good.
not.
I'm ready.
All right.
Can I use this paper? Just want to put it right here? Just like.
Why? You already know about you. What?
You wonderful.
You already know about you.
Please don't take it away.
I'm taking nothing away.
Yeah, because I got
I'm
some
taking
too.
your clutch.
I need some papers too.
Yeah. Where's she going? Okay.
I don't see what you need paper to talk about your journey.
Journey.
You've been there.
Yes.
Okay? And that's all they want to know is the journey, where you've been, how you got there, and how you got out. Okay? Because you got a serious story to tell.
Wow.
Very serious. Okay?
Yes.
Look at you. No. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later. Okay?
Okay. Very good. Yes. The thing, thank you, and I'm so happy to be here. This is like really officially my first real, that feeling of sharing my story to some amazing women. And anytime I'm in front of an audience, to me that audience is amazing because it's about learning from others, you know. And my story begins. Well, I want to start this way. I want to say to you guys, let me just ask really quickly, how much time do I have? That means, so good. When I was a little girl, there were two things that I wanted to be. And that was a singer and a teacher. I want you all to say life happens.
Life happens.
You guys, I know you know what I mean when you say life happens. I ask 5th graders and 4th graders, and they'll say, and they get it. They have these little answers, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Sometimes you plan things and it don't really happen the way you want it to happen. Or they might say, you get everything you want. And I said, well, yeah, you're thinking. And that's the main thing, you're thinking. Well, life happened. Life happened to me. I was working on my way to becoming this singer. And, as a young person, a teenager. And then, and as I thought I was getting there, my mom got breast cancer. My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. And if you think of cancer, the first thing you think of is, oh my gosh, and as a young person, my mom's going to die. And I knew as being, coming from a single home, my mom and myself and my 3 other brothers, and I'm being the eldest, I said, okay. So I was a teenager, but I was also approaching my, adult age, 20, 21, and I knew that I had to help out at home. That was a thing financially. And so as I got older and my mom going through her breast cancer, it scared me to death. And I joined the police department because I knew that was something that I had to help out at home financially. And no one tells you that the music is not going to happen tomorrow or the next day. They don't tell you this. I'm like, why do they tell me this? Oh, you're so great. Your voice is amazing. Girl, go ahead. But, life happens. So my mom, breast cancer, I joined the police department. Never stopped dreaming about becoming this singer. And I'm so excited to empower women. The thing that you do the best and you enjoy doing and you never stop believing in what you can do and focusing on that. As a police officer, I was there and within my 2 years of being a police officer, I got the opportunity to sing at the White House for then President Bill Clinton. Wow. Yes, I am 50 years old.
Wow.
So, you say Bill Clinton, a police officer. So I'm an old girl. I'm a big girl. I know I'm a big girl. I look like a little girl, but I'm a big girl. And then this little girl is going to come with a little story for you. So I went to the White House, and I sang for President Bill Clinton. And, it was my 15 minutes of fame. It was exciting. And, I always want to encourage and inspire women that never give up, and being in a department that doesn't fully represent who you are, but being able to accomplish that, that was a big deal for me, and knowing that it was all about just having just not giving up.
um, police department. After I did that, I said, wait a minute, if they could see my talent, then I know that there's something special about me. I cannot stay here and do 20 years. That's ridiculous, I have to go and continue following my path and that dream. So I left. I did about 11 years, and I was having my children at that time as well. I have 3 children, 3 boys, and I left.
Young men.
3, yes, young men, and I left, and I retired early, and I became a teacher. I went back to school, got my master's in education, and I became a teacher. And during that time, we have to think as young people and even older people, because we never give up. I had to really say, what am I going to do? The singing thing never happens. It doesn't really happen the way you envision it to happen. I didn't become that Whitney Houston. And I accepted that, but I knew that I couldn't stop. What else do? I couldn't stop. And what I did was I started teaching myself to play instruments. So I'm a self-taught musician. I said, what am I going to add to, to this, to what, just add to enhance my life and what God has given me. And in my head, I just knew there was something else, and there's more that was there for me to do to help other people and younger people as well. I taught myself to play about 9, 10 instruments. I play all string instruments. I started a music school, RC Music Place. Me and my kids and my 3 young men who are also teaching in school. So it's our home or organic music school. It's a family-based business. We're right at the Flatbush Junction. And how you have the drug dealers? I say to my boys, we're the music dealers. So we're out there all the time hustling and, handing out flyers and letting everybody know we are there. So I'm excited about this now. Life is going really well. And, another thing in my mind was that, I thought about police officers who stay and do the time, the 20 years. And at the end of the 20 year, they retire. And they have, some cancer or some illness, and they don't get an opportunity to enjoy that retirement. So they end up dying. I said, oh, heck no. It's not going to be me. No way. So that was my incentive, knowing that I'm not going to spend my life, the best years of my life, working in that environment or that system where I could use the best part of my life, which is that youth and the energy that you have to enhance my own life, do more for others. So sure enough, I want you to say life happens.
Life happens.
So, we have, the music school is going well. My boys are teaching. I'm proud of them. It's also important that we incorporate our family to work for us. We can't do this alone. I'm a single mom with 3 boys. I'm a divorced mom. Thank God that I did not kick my kids' father out of their lives, because it's important. I'm raising black men in America. Okay, so whatever differences you have, you better get it together. If you got a decent man who's not out there doing all the wrong things, but can be a good example, he has to take care of them boys and help and assist, because that'll kill you by itself. These, children itself, the stress, Sure enough, so the school is going well. The dad's father, he's there helping me with these boys. Things is going well. Life happens. I got breast cancer. Are you kidding me? Really? I did everything right. I left a stressful environment as a police officer. I did the things that I enjoy. I'm still getting to work on that music career. I want to keep things nice. Us girls, we get older, we get a little, get a little bit more of that, a little more, just, and it happened to me. So it's okay. I was actually saying that to get to somewhere else with that, but it'll come back. So I said, okay, I got breast cancer. I did everything right. I know what I was saying. I was eating right. I didn't do too much fast food. I want you guys to know there's a reason why there's so much fast food in our neighborhood. There's a reason for that. Okay. Why do black Americans or why do blacks have the highest rate of this, the highest rate of diabetes, cancer, this? What's in our community? Go into the other communities now that I have to go into their communities and look for the foods that I need to eat to help my body. So just keep that in mind. I said I did everything right. Exercise, play tennis. I had the freedom. I had my own music school now, so I don't have to work for anybody. What's funny is I always say to myself, when I hit 40, I don't want to work for nobody. I don't know how it happened, but you just speak things. When you speak things, God works. God works. The universe works in mysterious ways, and I learned that since I was about in my 20s. That voice that we get is not just by chance. It's not some random, I thought about that too. It's real. It's real. That's how we are walking through this through the world here, because God, that voice, whatever you believe in, is guiding our steps. When I got that diagnosis of breast cancer, I had just finished doing a mammogram about 3 months prior to that, and the mammogram stated, thank you. There was no cancer found. We'll see you in 12 months. Remember to keep up with your monthly mammograms. That was 3 months prior to me getting the diagnosis, and I'm gonna tell you how I found it. I'm sitting at my kitchen bar. I'm on Facebook. Ruby Collins. I have this. I'm still a singer. I'm an older singer doing videos, and it's exciting. Who knew that we'd come in an age where, no matter what age we are, we can now go in there and create our own fan base and sing and talk. It's exciting, so I'm happy about that. So I'm doing all the things that I do on social media. And sure enough, I heard this voice. There's that voice again. My kids were out with my mom, and I'm sitting there at the kitchen bar, and I'm just, engaged in, Facebook and YouTube. And I heard this voice loud and clear, distinctly, say, "Put your hand on your breast. You have a lump." Just like that. I kid you not. Just saying.
It's okay. It's all right, Ruby.
Love you, baby.
Love you. Tears, planes, and soul.
Love you too.
God is able.
That's how real the voice was. And it was God's way of telling me that you better go check yourself out. Something's happening, Ruby. With all the excitement, that you feel like, you're on the right path, kids are good, there's something wrong. And if you wait another 8 months to go do your annual mammogram, you're going to be dead. So when I put my hands to my breast, and what's funny is that I could have used this hand and went here and start searching. How we do that search? It went immediately to the lump. How does that happen? And I felt it right away. And I said, "Are you kidding me?" And I'm sitting there going, all these years, you think your mom have it, and you're going to get it. So normally we think, as young people, we got to encourage and want to get into the next portion of this talk here. Tell you how you can, help yourselves and prevent this from happening. But you think your mom has it, because I thought for many years my mom had it. I don't know who my father is, but I know my mom is. She had it. Thank God she's here. She had a mastectomy. She's still alive. She started doing the chemo. She stopped doing it. She said, "Ruby, I can't do it." I was young. I was like, "Mommy, do the chemotherapy, please." I was like, ooh, little did I know what I know now. I did everything right. Found the lump in my breast. Immediately went to the doctor, and he said, I called up. It was about 3:30, so I was able to schedule a quick appointment. I ran in to see the doctor, and he said, "Okay, let me look at your paperwork." And he went and he pulled out the paperwork from the mammogram. And he started reading it to me. He goes, at the bottom of his sheet, it said that there's a benign lump at the 12 o'clock position. I said, that was never in my paper. I never saw that. If I saw that, I would immediately went to take, and looked at this. Sure enough, a couple of months now since that, this is when I was diagnosed, when I discovered the lump, that was July 13th of last year, 2016. So this is still very fresh, very new. When he read that to me, I couldn't believe that it wasn't on my sheet. So just a couple of months ago, I found the paper because I knew I put it away. And I'm looking at it. I'm looking for that benign lump, 12 o'clock position was never there on my sheet. Wow. So, what was that all about? Okay. You can imagine what that must feel like. We go through life, and life is like a roller coaster. This was like, I was really high up, and I wasn't buckled in my seat. That's what it felt like to me. And but I said, okay. And I sat in my bed at maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. I said to myself, Ruby, you've taught yourself to play all of these instruments. You've run this household the way you have. You have good kids, young men, they're teenagers. You've kept their father in their lives. You kept the relationship, so that you've sang at the White House. You got 2 masters. You've done this. All of these amazing things that we do as women. I said this is not the time to just collapse and not know what to do. So keep it together and figure out what you're gonna do. This is what I did. I was at my brother's house, upstate New York. I was with a friend of mine, and I lied. He has a wonderful house. I'm lying down outside, and I put my camera up, and I said, I think it was YouTube or Facebook, and I said, Facebook, yeah. Guess what, guys? I have breast cancer, and I told the world. I said,
Oh, wow.
I said, you know what? I've always wanted to be on TV. I always wanted to be famous. So I'll be famous for sharing my story and let them see and explain to them how I felt about what happened from the beginning, from the onset, meaning doing everything right to now ending up with cancer. How the France does this happen? So if it can happen to me, it can happen to any one of us here. And I'm going to tell you, and you don't have to feel uncomfortable, because I'm going to tell you what you need to do to prevent this. So here it is. I told all my friends, because I didn't know where to start. And I'm going to just let you know real quickly, before that, I had a thyroid issue, 6 months. I'm like, my body's falling apart. All the good that I've done, don't eat meat, don't smoke, don't drink,
Wow.
I did. I don't smoke, but I'm telling you, I try to keep it, keep my body healthy, How does this happen? So, I thought about it. This thyroid thing, my body's falling apart. Okay, that was 6 months, but everything was happening simultaneously. Okay? And how many of you have heard a doctor or been mentioned that you have low vitamin D? Low vitamin D. And that's a lot of us, as black people, African American women, because first of all, we working indoors. We're not outdoors enough. We're not thinking about how important the sun is. And then when that, I remember this was a couple of years, about 5 years ago, and the doctor, gave me a prescription of vitamin D, and I should be taking it daily. And you start taking it, and you're thinking, you keep taking it, and like you don't really think it's going to work, but you take it anyway. Maybe not. That's what happened. And sure enough, low vitamin. When I shared my story on Facebook or my diagnosis, people started sending me things, and I said, you know what, Ruby, get up, start looking through these videos and the things that people are sending you, and figure out how you're going to heal your body. And that's what I did, or how I'm going to help myself is what I thought initially, help myself. And when I started watching this video, the first video I watched was The Truth About Cancer by Ty Bollinger. The Truth About Cancer. I sat up 2 o'clock in the morning and I watched this video. And the information started coming. I could not believe the lady shared my story. In there, she said, usually women who have breast cancer start off with thyroid issue, low vitamin D, and then they have thyroid, and then they have breast cancer. I said, holy cow, that's my story. And he talked about this place in Mexico, the immunity therapy clinic. Within about a week or two, I booked a flight, called people up, and I was out in Mexico. And that was my journey about natural healing, how we can heal our bodies. November 2nd, I did do a double mastectomy. That's November, so I was diagnosed in July. November, the double mastectomy. I was in Mexico in August. I did not want to do a double mastectomy. I did not want to do surgery, period. It's either God's way or the flipping highway, because I'm not doing it the man's way. And I don't have enough time to share this with you, but I do have a website, and it's called How Breast Cancer Changed My Life. It's where I put everything that I did and everything that helped me to get stronger and heal my body and my children. We got about what? In January, the doctor said to me that I must do the chemotherapy, and if I didn't, I was going to die. She actually literally threatened me, and they call you every day to put that fear in you. But here's the deal. I want you to think, just write this down. It's called New Start. Those are acronyms, and you can Google it, because I just Googled it, and I said, oh, great, it's online. It's called New Start. And this is how you heal your body. First of all, I do everything organic. I've been doing organic for, I don't have a lot of money, but I'm going to tell you right now, my kids and I hustled like my life depended on it. My life depended on it. That means we worked. Everything is organic. I don't want to, please don't tell me that we can't afford organic. We have to start thinking about our bodies. We can spend money on the 5 TVs, the 4 laptops, the tablets, the phones. We got to start investing in our health. New Start, N, is nutrition. All that greens out there, full of herbicide, pesticide, which contributes to cancer. We need to exercise. I exercise only because I lost so much blinking weight. I was like, oh, this is so skinny, as I started exercising for the muscles. And so I would go to the gym every day, and that's just part of detoxing, opening up your lymphatic system. You got to exercise. So you have N, nutrition, do organic as best as you can, exercise. W is water. The water I drink is alkaline water. I had to literally invest in a $4,000 machine and drink alkaline water. The water out here, just research about the water that we're drinking. That's in the, that's in the system. We don't know this. We're so busy watching Empire and watching everything else that's happening on television that we are not educating ourselves on our health. But then when we get sick, we put our hands, turn it over to the amazing man. Okay? And my amazing man is God. I'm going his way, not that way. Not that way. Where was I? Oh, W, New Start. S, sunshine, vitamin D. T, temperance. For those of you who enjoy, the smoking, the drinking, we got to just start learning how to wean yourself off of things that's not going to be healthy for you, okay? If you want to live a healthy and happy life, I'm so excited. I would not have chosen cancer, but I would not have changed the experience because God has me on another mission. And I'm excited about this journey, more so than even my own music career. I'm excited about educating on what I learned. I know my kids no longer have asthma, eczema, allergies. I healed my thyroid. I have no thyroid, no lumps, no nodules. It was healed. I'm healed. I used to have terrible super cramps, menstrual cramps, nothing. I haven't taken a Motrin. I can't tell you, since July, I have not taken a Motrin, nothing. It's amazing. I'm excited every day to see something new happening that, I want to just take advantage of every day and help others and share my story with others and encourage others that there is no reason why you should have to get sick because the food, unless you don't know that the foods are prepared for you to be sick. That's why you're sick. Because they designed the food. The food is nothing like it was 20 years ago, 10 years ago. It's different. There's a lot of additives in it. There's a lot of things in there that's causing us to be sick and caused my little silly behind to think I was so darn healthy, but yet didn't know, I had to wait till I was 48 to learn this? Why didn't teach me this in school? But I had to learn it now. I'm going to just tell you that New Start. What were we up to? Temperance? A, air, fresh air. Here's the way I get my air. 35% food grade hydrogen peroxide. You can even do hydrogen peroxide, but I'm not gonna tell you to do that. You need to do your research, ladies. I had to spend hours researching. But 35% hydrogen peroxide, food grade, okay? That's oxygen. Your blood needs that to be clean out the blood, and that's all important to the white blood cells or the red blood cells. It's important. What's the other letter? R. Rest. Yes. We only getting 6 hours of rest. We got to take a little bit more time and rest. You need at least 8 hours of sleep. I go to bed every night. I messed up a little bit now, but 9:30, no later than 10 o'clock. And I sleep all the way until maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. But your body has to rejuvenate and rebuild itself, okay? That's rest. And what are we up to? T. Trust in God.
Oh, yes.
Okay? Faith so that he can give you that that courage to keep moving forward. So thank you so much for having me.
Wow.
Thank you for listening.
Wow. Guys, did I tell you I shared a story and a journey? And did we learn about New Start?
Yes.
I am definitely one to not get any sleep.
Right.
I say sleep is for losers. That's my motto. Oh no, I ain't sleeping today. I got things to do. Okay? I got a show to put on. Okay, and I'm definitely guilty of that. I don't sleep.
I was the same way.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. It's about the music. Singers, we're on YouTube. All these new things are excited. I didn't go sleep till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Right.
Wow. But what about New Start though?
New start. Oh, I know I was stopped. Something stopped me.
All right.
Yes.
Well, this is good. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you can share your story.
Thank you.
Yeah, give it up for Ruby Collins. All right. Now, how many of us, I'm going to ask y'all a question. How many of us are living with cancers at home?
Oh.
Okay. I told y'all I talk about relationships, right? Who living with cancers at home? You don't like them. He ain't making me happy. I used to say that. I know I ain't the only one in the room. I know I'm not. Okay? But then when I found out that, baby, it ain't about him, it's about all this. I said, oh no. And he always used to tell me, you got the power to do anything you want. I didn't know that until I learned what power was. The pick. You sure know how to pick 'em, ladies. You pick 'em, right? You pick 'em real well. He cute. Can't forget about the good hair. He got nice eyes. All the wrong things. But the one that's in the back, that ain't nobody looking at, that's the one we supposed to been spending a little time with. But nah, he don't look too good. When I take him around my girlfriends, they gonna talk about me and him. Girl, who is that? And why did you bring him here? Y'all know what y'all do. You dog us, you rag us. Because that's what our girlfriends do, right? Girl, go put them back. Wherever you found them, put them back. And those are the ones that ends up being Mr. Nice Guy. But we don't want the nice guy. We want the thug. Yes, the bad boy. The what they used to call it? The slash in the rap sheet. That's what we want. That's the one we want. That's the one that makes us excited. That's the one that does things to us that we don't even know about. That's the one that goes out and don't come back, huh? That's the one we call our girlfriend's girl. He ain't come home yet. Yeah, But if you would have got Ooga Booga back there, he would have stayed home. Okay? He would have stayed home, and you wouldn't have to worry about him going out. Because nobody wanted him. But let's move on. We have another woman here that I love so much, take her dearly to my heart. When I met her only 2.5 years ago. Okay? And remember, you cannot pick your family, but you can damn sure pick your friends. Okay? And I picks right friends. Ain't that right, girl? All right. Okay? So I would love for you guys to put your hands together and help me welcome Marjorie Pouillard! All right. She's going to inspire you.
Awesome.
She's going to motivate you. She's going to bring it out, y'all. All right? Marjorie, give it to her.
All right.
If I look teared up and I look choked up, it is always my pleasure to spend time with my sisters. We are the hardest on each other. We steal from each other. We abuse each other. We disrespect each other. But I love you anyway.
That's right.
And we have to learn how to be learners and not judges. We look at one another and we judge one another. But I'm going to teach you a word today. And I want you to use this word every chance you get. It's called esteem. Esteem.
Oh, esteem.
Esteem. Say steam. 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 We have to have esteem. When we have esteem, this is what we love first. What's in your toolbox? Esteem is in my toolbox. Because I have to love me in order to love anything else in this world. I have to respect me. And I don't care what anybody thinks. Either you're my friend or you're not. Either I'm in or I'm out. I don't have the time to waste on am I in or am I out? I'm here. Use me, love me, or leave me. Coming up early in my life, when I had my daughter, I had a friend. We're going to call her Miss P. And Miss P always came to my house. But she was in a very abusive relationship. But I always tried to help her. Put the makeup on the face so when she went to work, she didn't look like she was beaten up. Talk to her, pray with her, do all these things with her. Because I felt the need to help this sister. One day she came to my house and she banged on the door. She said, "Hey, I got something to show you." And she sounded so happy. And I'm like, "Oh, something good happened." She didn't come with no bad news. She had her hands over her face and she said, "Surprise!" With a bloody nose, a big jaw, her eyes were beaten. She believed that her man was supposed to beat her. And that's the only way she knew he loved her. She had no esteem. None whatsoever. But she was affecting my esteem. Because she was bringing me down. If you ain't celebrating me, you need to go ahead. If you're not about something in your life, don't come here. Because I don't have time for that. I don't waste 1 second on negativity. It comes, it affects, but I'm like, look, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You're not coming over here. Get on out of here. We are good, jovial people. We are so gifted as women. Have you ever heard of the Proverbs 31 woman? She's a businesswoman. She's a mother. She's multi-talented. Read about her. Whether you're Christian or not, it is a good synopsis of what a woman is. We are Proverbs 31 women. We are capable, and I'm sorry if he can't see it. We are wonderful, and I'm sorry if they can't see it. But we have to own it. Say esteem. 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 We have to have pride in the person of who we are, because we are fearfully and wonderfully made. No one can take that away from us. We give it away. We find them, we like them, and then all of a sudden, "Oh, girl, you don't need no makeup." I tell them, "Listen, I can put it on for you anyway." Okay. This is about me. This is what you get. This is what you're looking at. This is what you want to buy, so to speak.
Yes.
I say you got to earn it. Say esteem.
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 We are powerful. And we don't even know it. We change the mood in a room when we walk in because people look at us and like, wow, look at that. We make their heads turn and we're not even trying. They come after us because I love your eyes, but you really have pretty eyes. Esteem.
Esteem. Esteem.
Why did I pick on esteem? Because I didn't always have it. I had to learn how to get it. And when I didn't have it, it wasn't men that were making me have low self-esteem. It was women. "Girl, you ain't nothing." Or they would just kind of put you out of the crowd. You couldn't hang with the crowd. "Oh, you high yellow. Look at all that hair. You got hazel eyes." Like I walked in line and I said, "God, can I have that one and that one and that one?" Yeah. I got what I got. That's right. Beauty is a blessing and it's a curse. But it's a curse for them because it's a blessing for me. Because you can't abuse what I don't let you abuse. You can't do it. I learned that my heart had to be mended. I had to secure my heart. Because when I love hard. Male or female child. I just love. I'm a loving person. That's who I am. And I had to learn how to protect that heart. Say esteem. Esteem. I had to learn to protect that heart. Because I didn't understand why I loved you so much and you didn't give a crap about me. I didn't understand that I did everything good and no one cared. But if I looked like I was going to do something wrong, people were smiling. I did not understand why this hurt so bad. This just hurt. And I wasn't doing anything to have a broken heart or to be hurt. But when I discovered what esteem was about, say self-respect. I don't need your respect. I have self-respect. Self-respect. It's about me. Because if we don't do that, then we'll always walk into the wrong places and get into the wrong relationships and allow people to tell us, "Girl, you ain't nothing. I don't like the way she dressed." Yeah, well, go buy it. Anything you don't like, change it. If you don't change it, then stay away from it. I had to learn that even though I am a Christian woman, that unchristian men were looking for a Christian woman because they know we don't walk away from relationships so quickly. So I had to learn out how to get in them. And it hurts because then you find yourself in a lonely place. But I'm not lonely. You find yourself in a place where people don't understand why you're so aggressive. I'm aggressive because you can't just walk up here. You got to earn this. Because when we give it away, we regret giving it away because who takes it does not appreciate it. And then miss it when it's gone. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't know no better. And you still don't because you're coming begging, just like you were begging before. We have to see the signs. Say esteem. Esteem. When you learn about your own self-respect, nobody can walk up on you and play a game. Say esteem. Esteem. When you stand up and say no, say esteem.
Esteem. Esteem.
That's ours. You can't take that from me anymore. At one point, I would walk in places and don't know anybody, and people just nasty, rolling their eyes at me. And I didn't understand why. But now I don't care.
That's right.
It's not an issue for me. Say my time is valuable.
My time is valuable.
My time
My time
is valuable.
Is valuable.
And I don't waste it.
And I don't waste it.
Time is the one thing in life you can't get back. Time is the one thing in life that you can't change. It is ever moving, ever going, and it doesn't go anywhere, but it does go. So if I'm walking into my own time, I'm going to walk with esteem. You can't take that from me anymore. I've cried. I've had tissue, boxes of tissue, red eyes, saying, why, God, why? I'm a good person. I was nice to you. I fed you. I clothed you. And I still wasn't good enough. But if I have my esteem, you ate, honey, you good, all right. And it's not a second thought. What should I do to do better because you didn't like it? Or because you don't like me? Or because you don't like what's happening? What do I need to do next? Be me. If you want to do something hard in life, be yourself. They punish you for being yourself. They hate you for being yourself. Because I have to value you for who you are. I love you for who you are. And if there's something wrong, I have a choice whether I like it or not, right? But I can't change it. But in the midst of that changing, you have to have esteem. In the midst of the acceptance, you have to have esteem. And don't get mad at yourself because you don't have it because it's right there in your hands. You always got it. What's in your toolbox? Esteem. We have to stand up for ourselves as individuals. And when we begin to stand up as ourselves as individuals, then we'll start bringing our sisters in. And it won't be such a big deal. Because if you're making a mistake, I got my hand on your back. I don't have to be involved in your life, but I got my hand on your back. And when it doesn't work, I've learned to walk away. We want to help because we're natural nurturers. We want to be good to people because we love. But you got to have what? Esteem. Esteem. Because when you have esteem, all that stuff is not happening. And you walk away clean. You don't feel bad because you walk away. You don't feel bad because, oh, I can only help you this far. I got you that far. So I don't have to stay to see the end. I have no need for instant gratification. I've planted my seed and I can move on. Because it's up to you to build your what? Esteem. I thank God for my esteem. If you took a walk through my brain, you'd be saying, dang, girl. Oh, my God. You fell for that? Of course I did. I didn't have any self-esteem. Because I thought I needed to have that to survive to be the woman that I have to be. Because I thought that the only way that I can be a strong woman was to give in to crap. Because that's what it is. And we're raised that way. Our parents don't tell us. Our sisters who found out don't tell us. For real. I wish some of the sisters who were older than me pulled me like I pulled them. Baby, don't do that. That's not good for you. Whether you do it or not, the seed's planted. We have excellent instincts. Everybody knows that, right? Can't tell us nothing about our instincts. Because we feel it, but we don't have enough steam to say, no, thank you. We don't have enough steam to walk away from it. Because they think steam pushes you forward. Steam can push you back a little bit too. Because sometimes we need to back up. I share esteem with you today because it's so important to me. Because it allows me to hug sisters the first time I meet them. It allows me to say on the train, girl, you look good today, no matter how you respond. It allows me to look at other women, and when they're crying, I will stand with you for the time that you need me to stand. But just know, I'm going to move on. I've planted my seed. I move on. I'm not your critic. I'm not your judge. But I got you at that moment, because sometimes that's all we need. It's just a hug. Kind word. You look great today. It's good to see you. How's your family? How are the babies? And when we don't have our own self-esteem, we don't care what happens to anyone else. We miss the cues. We miss them. Somebody will come and they'll talk to you, and you're so up in here, and your esteem is not going. It's like, well, does she want something from me? No, listen. Is she trying to get something from me? No, listen. But when you have self-esteem, you do that very easily. Very easily. It's a little word, esteem. Esteem.
Esteem.
Esteem. And depending on the situation you are in, it'll be esteem. Or it'll be esteem. There's nothing wrong with loving yourself. People say, oh, you're selfish when you love yourself. Well, then I guess I'm just selfish. Because I like this. I worked on this. I got my self-respect back. I got my esteem back. I got all the things that were taken away from me, and I can't blame anybody because I gave it away. Come and get it now. I got something for you.
I love it.
I got something for you. We need to take care of our little sisters. We need to take care of our elders. We're always going to look out for the guys because that's the mother in us. But we need to learn how to embrace one another. It is so important. And if you don't want to hear what somebody's saying to you, let them say it anyway and then say thank you and move on. Don't get angry because you're actually teaching yourself not to reject. Because we reject things. Oh, I heard that before. Oh, yeah. You may have. But is the person telling you that because it's something that you've heard before, or is it something that they need to say? We need to learn how to be non-judges, but learners and good listeners. Say esteem.
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 So start to sizzle, my sisters. Start to sizzle inside when stuff starts acting crazy. I know I got self-esteem. I don't have to do that. I got pride. Nah, I got self-esteem. Because it is a respect of yourself that no one walking this earth will ever give you. And it is your right to take it. I want people to respect me. Respect yourself first. And you'll never have to ask them. Show them you have self-respect. They'll automatically give it to you. My sisters, I love you. Whenever I see you, I look for a hug. You all stay strong. Say esteem.
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 I thank you.
All right, y'all. Give it up for Marjorie. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. All right. Okay. I know y'all learned about esteem. Esteem. Self-esteem. They be like, how many of y'all esteem comes through the door before y'all get there? Mine do. My esteem shows up first. Then I'll come through the door. That's how you do it. They be like, send them in first. Let them check you out, and then you come walling in. That's how I get down. You know? And another thing, Marjorie hit on some things of happiness and how to get your self-esteem. Basically, start doing you. That's it. Do you. Do what you want to do. I know there's something that y'all want to do. Do it. Don't sleep. Squeeze it in. Squeeze it in. But make sure you drink your water and, you eat right. But squeeze it in. Don't sleep. Because if you sleep, you may miss something. And I ain't trying to miss nothing. Okay? And there's only, I think, only 1, 2, 3. There's like 3 people here that knows me really, really good. And they know I didn't start off this way. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I've been doing this. We were playing. We play house. We play this. Remember, Rad? We play what? Joan Rivers. We played that. We played all these talk shows. And this is it. This is what I wanted to do. And it comes all the way around, 360. And I'm doing it. So I know that there's something that you guys want to do. Something. Don't sit on it. Don't wait for somebody to tell you that you can do it. Just go out and do it. And I thank Brick, which was BCAT. I thank them for giving me that opportunity, giving everyone the opportunity to get themselves in front of the people. And just going out there. Take the masses. Go and take it. Don't wait for it to happen. Just go get it. Esteem, baby. Esteem. Okay, I have another woman up in here who has a whole lot of esteem. Okay, but I'm not going to introduce her yet because we're going to take a little break. We're going to have a little performance. She's going to sing. She's going to sing. Okay, she don't sing. She sings. Okay, and I met this woman also at a club. I spent a lot of time at the club, y'all. But not the club, the Shaw thing. The club that, where I'm hosting and I'm doing these things. So I do go home and sleep sometimes. Okay? There's a lot of times I don't see the bed. The bed sees me, but I don't see it. I look over. And that's it. I keep going. But this woman, she's phenomenal. All right, so we're going to take a break. We're going to be right back. And we're going to party. Ain't that right, Captain? All right. All right, y'all. We're taking a break. Keep it back. You're up, baby.
Hotter than a fantasy. Only like a highway.
She's
living in a world.
I'm giving you some time to